Good day, friends, and welcome back to our channel. From the many questions a lot of you have been asking on how to play this game, this town game that is newly introduced in Tapswap. So I'm going to educate you how to play this game, the basic things you're going to know on how to accumulate as many of these coins, the ones you're seeing here, and then even this one too, pending to the listing of this Tapswap. So it's possible that these might just be the categories to which they will make the listing or the payment. You never can tell, because it's very unlikely that these will come from here. It's very unlikely that they are going to pay you this 101 million. Very unlikely. Know that and know peace. So we are going to educate you simply on how to accumulate as much as this as possible, and even these ones too. So this is how you go about it. First of all, if this is your first time of visiting this channel, please do like, subscribe, and share so that you get more of these updates once they come in first hand. Now let's make progress. You enter the town. Now that it has opened, if you noticed, they have given me a town revenue of 12,000 blocks. This is because I've already mined some things that will be making money for me. Some mining per hour. Yes, I will collect it. This is my mining per hour here. Look at it here. What you can see here is about 2,060 mining per hour. So even in my absence, they will continue to accumulate. So the basic things you are going to do now is, this is not very different from the hamster combat that we have been used to. Nothing is too different here. All you need to begin is this. The number you are seeing here is the number of videos you have watched in recent time. This is the number you are going to begin with. Most of the assets you are going to acquire is going to be acquired with this particular thing. It's usually one or two of these. So sometimes too, if you need this gems, if you need it, you can also acquire it with your this. You can acquire you can use this 30 of it or 10 of this, something like that, to acquire this. Let me show you how. If you go here, so 10 cinemas, 10 of this will give you this comfortable 30 gems. It's a very good way to start. Or if you are also buoyant enough, you can simply use your USDT $19 to acquire 1,800 of these gems. Or you can use $49 to get 5,500, depending on how buoyant you are. But as a beginner, I'll always advise you, of course you have the freedom to make your choice last, but I will advise you to begin with these ones. Watch some of these videos and get enough of this to begin. Now let's make progress. So the first thing you can easily buy with this year accumulated video number is this guy. If you can see, I'm already in level 5. I've bought this to level 5. Nothing is too different with hamster combat mining and this one. Nothing. So when you go here, you can see I can use one of these 150 videos that I watched to acquire one more, upgrade this thing to level 6. The only problem I'm going to have upgrading it is that it is going to take me 16 minutes since it's already in level 6. If it's in level 1, it will not have been so long. So I simply upgrade it. And then, if I want it to speed up the upgrade, I will use 2 gems to speed it up. But I'm not in a hurry. So I'll allow it to take its time, the 16 minutes. Nothing spoiled. I'll go back, wait for it to completely buy, and then I'll come back to it later. Let's assume now that I want to buy this particular thing here, this thing. So when I click on it, it will require me to buy trampoline to level 2. You can see it. Now, there is no building there. If you notice, let's go back. There is no building anywhere here known as trampoline. So it is going to be difficult for me to identify which one is trampoline. So what I will do is I will go back to this thing. Then this trampoline, I will look at the image here, this particular image. I will look at it and study and memorize this image very, very well, so that when I go back to this place, I will know what image this thing is. So let's go back. Having memorized it, I'll go back. Now, I'll begin to look for it here. Now, you can see I found it. Look at it here. That's the trampoline. So, having found it, what do? I'll click on it. I'll click on it and it will open. Now, this particular trampoline, you can see it here. That's the trampoline. Will require me to get level 2 of Tapping Guru. And very fortunately, I've gotten level 2 of Tapping Guru, which is this image. I've gotten level 2 of it. So I simply buy it. And because it is 6 seconds thereabouts, I can wait for it to completely load. And then it will load completely. So having loaded it, I'll go back and see if I can buy this guy, since I have achieved the requirement. So this trampoline, actually, it wants it level 2. You can see. So I got only level 1. So I'll go back to the trampoline. And then get it a second one. Now, before I could get the trampoline, the second one, it now requires me to get the moon to level 4. You see how these people are stressing people over nothing. So don't worry. We'll go back and get to the moon, level 4. Already, if you notice, this is the moon to the moon here. I got it level 3. So I will try and complete it to level 4 before I will get the trampoline. Now, to get this thing to level 4 will require me to get Tapping Guru to level 9. And this will give me 20 gems. You can see the stress that is involved here. So I'll go back to Tapping Guru. Here is the Tapping Guru. You know it by the show of that hand. And I already have 2 levels in this Tapping Guru. So they said it's level 9. Now, to get Tapping Guru to level 9, I will spend these 20 shares of my coin, 20,000 of my coin, to get it. Meanwhile, it will also require me to get this Monument of Stone coin, this guy, to level 5. So I'll go to Monument of Stone coin, which is this. I already have it level 4. So let me try and complete it to level 5. It will require me to pay 50,000 shares. Meanwhile, it will give me 50 of these gems. Now, let me try and acquire it. It's also going to take 16 minutes to fully acquire. If I want to speed it up, I can use 2 gems. But because what I want to get is 2 gems, I cannot spend what I actually intend to get. So I will just allow it to time out. This is basically how to go about this. Of course, now with your experience of hamster mining, you can easily complete this task and then improve your number of gems. Meanwhile, from what you can see here, you can see I already have 160 of these gems. The reason why it's still 160, I think it should have been much more, is because I increased the number of my workers, the people that will be working for me when I am away. You can see I have so many builders here. So they are the ones that will be working for me when I'm away. So this is 3. The one that I have before is just 1 or 2. Now I've increased it to 3. So for me to get it to 4, I will need about 800 gems. You can see that I need to improve this to up to 800 gems. What I have here is still 160. So before I can make the workers up to 4, and so on and so forth. So we do not know at the moment what will be very essential or what we count as achievement last, whether it is this coin or is the number of block or the number of gems or even the number of videos you watched or even the number of workers that you have. All these things are things that are available on the game that you can grab as many of them as possible. But one thing is essential. We saw how everything played out in the previous airdrops. We saw what happened in Pixfy. So many people thought that fighting is not necessary. Eventually, fighting became the most essential. Some people gathered as many of the coins as possible. Meanwhile, they did not improve on their levels, and they were among the people who cried foul at the end of the mining and airdrop thing. So this time around, try to at least get as many as possible. Don't just relax. These people are stressing us too much. It's possible that they may even come again and add one more thing here, and then they begin to do it because you have already started. Try and maybe be fully a part of it, because one thing I've always known is that when you have an airdrop that have so many people in it, that have over 20 or 30,000 people. What we have here is 6 million people, farming it. You can see this. We have over 6 million people that are doing this thing. So if you have an airdrop that is doing that, one thing you need to do is to try as much as possible to have an age. Anything that they introduced new, try and follow it up as much as you can. You may not be able to get to the highest level as what we have. Of course, you can see I'm still a legendary. You may not be able to get to the very utmost level of what is needed, but as much as possible, try and be so much into everything that they want you to do. So that's just it about this playing game thing. Thank you very much, and see you in our next video.